The most frustrating thing in the world is quick release plates. I've tried all of them, but luckily I finally found one that I think works. Okay, I know you guys probably share the same frustration because every videographer that I know has went through this process. Now, not so much with like cinema cameras, because I think most people would agree a full Manfrotto plate is the way to go when you have something really heavy that you need to secure and make sure it doesn't fall. And then there's other things when you get, at that level or at that league, you're playing with different toys. But when it comes to YouTube and mirrorless and trying to find that balance of lightweight but secure, yeah, I've just switched so many times that I've gotten sick of it. So I started off with Arca Swiss, and I just didn't like, the ones that you just typically tighten. It just never felt secure, and it's not very quick, right? It's not a quick release system. Got to align it. I always had to check it, pull on it a little bit, make sure it wasn't loose. The last thing you need is for your camera to just tumble to the ground. So quickly did not like them. The Manfrotto plates, the full-size ones are great, but they're huge, they're heavy. Try vlogging with that, right? So then I went with the smaller Manfrotto quick release system. I forget what they're called, but the little lever that you pull out and pops up, and then they were always very flimsy, they wobbled, and you can see that wobble if you're moving around or vlogging, and it also felt kind of iffy. It could fall at any moment. And then there's variations, right? There's people that try to add like locking mechanisms. There's people that'll charge you an arm and a leg to make it wobble less, and it made no sense. So recently, I ditched all that, and I finally found a decent set. And it's made by, and I hope I'm pronouncing this company right, but I'm going to go with my gut here, PGYTech. It's either that or PGYTech. I think it's PGYTech. Never heard of them until very recently when a buddy of mine threw one at me and said, try one of these. It's the Arca type. You're probably thinking Arca Swiss, but let me explain. Arca type quick release clamp / plate. And this is what it looks like. They're not sponsoring this video. I bought both units with my own money. I didn't even know how to really pronounce the company's name until I looked it up a minute ago. It is PGYTech. Now the base is Arca Swiss compatible, but look at those notches. Those are some heavy duty notches. When you do clamp this thing down, it's clamped down, it's tight. I have no issues with it wobbling at all. Trust me, just clamp it down and you're good. But what makes this so unique is there's a little button here that locks and unlocks the entire system. Press the button, your plate comes out. Now this looks like Peak Design, but it's not. I tried the Peak Design in there. It doesn't lock in. It's slightly oversized, but it looks like it's not. There's an entire ecosystem. So if you do decide to go with this, you can get like a strap and a belt, attachment, all that stuff. I'm not going to go that crazy quite yet. What makes this unique though is the screw comes with a unique lock washer that basically locks this plate on your camera. Now tell me how many times has your plate rotated off, or as you're fiddling with your camera, it's almost impossible with this plate. I'm not going to say it is impossible, but it's almost impossible. That extra lock washer really keeps things in place. What I love about this plate though is there's contact on all four sides. So it's being gripped by all four sides. And when you actually put it in here, and you can put it in any orientation that you want, when you're not attached to the camera, just make sure the screw's in. It's not, coming out. But you put it in here, basically bring it in, snap it into place, lock it, right? And you are locked on all four sides. This is the most secure. Look at it, it doesn't even wobble. This is one of the most secure plates that I've used so far. If you don't trust Arca Swiss, you can always screw it on. You can screw it on your ball head. You can screw it on whatever you want to screw it onto. I've only used it for 3 weeks, but I can already tell, like, there's nothing so far that made me go, that's kind of annoying me. Everything has been pretty smooth. So let me tell you guys my criteria. Okay, what I was looking for. First and foremost, safety. It had to be secure. I didn't want any doubt. when it comes to my cameras, it has to be secure. It has to work. If my camera's falling on the ground, I'm gonna be pissed, right? So that's number one. This is really secure. And if you use the thread, then it's extremely secure. You can make a case that with the Arca Swiss, you have to still tighten it, the base at least, and there's a possibility that it might, unscrew or fall or whatever. Okay, I'll let you have that. Unlikely though. Number two, it had to be quick release. It had to be a quick system. I am constantly hopping from one system to another. My tripod, my vlogging tripod, my slider, my gimbal. I needed to have that quick functionality. When you're working for clients, when you're on the field, when you're doing things, there's nothing more embarrassing than having to stop and fiddle with something. To the eyes of the client, something very simple, like a tripod, right? Like you're just putting your camera on a tripod and you're fiddling with it and your customer's looking at you like, dude, what's going on? We got another 20 minutes left. Let's keep going. So that had to be criteria number two. Safety had to be a quick system. And finally, number three, it had to have an ecosystem. I didn't want to just buy this random thing by a random company that can't be used anywhere else or will not get improved and integrated into other things. So I'm happy that they're making other attachments for it. There's an ecosystem. Looks like they're an up and coming company, but already I can tell you that this system, this quick release system, is gaining a lot of traction. If you're looking for a lightweight, quick system that's secure, that has an ecosystem, that has a ton of potential, that is quickly taking over the market, and I think has already kind of put Peak Design on their heels, and it comes in at $30. This just might be worth checking out. That's it for me, guys. I hope you found this video informative, and I will catch you on the next one.